Shabbat Shalom from the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem. We're here celebrating a bar mitzvah of our nephew, as well as we had an incredible night with the Navy. More than 500 soldiers ended up joining us as they dedicated a new nets unit. And on Sunday, we'll be dedicating our Torah that we started on October 28th. The Torah that began our missions, on our second mission that we began writing, we're going to complete on this coming Sunday at the Ibrahim base by Gaza. And it's a special time to be in Israel for this week's Torah portion. Parshar Shlach, God says to the Jewish people, to Moses, Shlach lecha anashim, and they send for you people, send out the spies, and they should go see the land of Israel. And they're going to go see what's there. And the spies go in to the land of Israel, and they come back with these giant grapes that you'll see is the symbol of Jerusalem, one of the symbols of Jerusalem, of Israel. And they come back and they scare the Jewish people, and they say that there's incredible fruit. It's a land of milk and honey, but there are great children of giants here, great enemies here. And Amalek is in the south, meaning Amalek, who is the most powerful enemy, and till now was the only one who really attacked the Jewish people. They're in the south, not even the green area of Israel and Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. They're in the Negev, in the desert, where there's nothing growing there. Can you imagine how powerful the armies are that are in the central land of Israel? And so they make the grave mistake. The grave mistake that they make, and they say they're even greater than him, saying even greater than God. And how apropos is this week's Torah portion, which we are in the land of Israel right now. And there are those that question the ability of the strongest army of the Jewish people. And they forget that the most important thing that we have, even if we don't have all of the ammo and that we need from America, and all of the missiles that God willing will come, but the heart of Am Yisrael, the emunah, the belief in Hashem, that Misha Ma'amin Lo Mefached, those who believe in Hashem are never afraid. That is what supersedes any army in the world. Iran, Iraq, Hezbollah, Hamas, they can all join together. The Houthis, it doesn't matter. As we know, that Hashem is with us, that Am Yisrael Chai, the nation of Israel, lives. And so it's something that, we have to remind ourselves every single day when we realize the incredible miracles that Hashem has gave us. And even though we have, it's been a challenging year since October 7th, even though it's been a challenging year, and unfortunately yesterday there was a very difficult attack on soldiers, which 17 soldiers were injured and one was killed in Jenin. But we know that we're fighting a just war, and Hashem will protect the Jewish people. There's a very interesting idea that the Rebbe brings up about this week's Torah portion. The ones who came to tour the land, to be the spies, they weren't fools, they weren't non-believers, they were heads of each tribe. And of course the two, Kalev ben Yeshua ben Nun, and came back with a positive report, Joshua, who will ultimately lead the Jewish people into Israel. But the other heads of tribes, they weren't fools. So how is it that they come back with this report? They know, they saw the miracles. We beat Egypt. That was the world power. We saw the giving of a Torah, the splitting of a sea. We knew about the world of miracles. Why is it when they came to the land of Israel, did they have somewhat regrets or hesitation that those miracles would end? And the Rebbe explains that the grave mistake they made was when they came to the land of Israel, they saw it's a land which we have to develop, a land which we have to build, a land which is being developed right behind us every single day. And they started to make the calculation with the grave mistake that if we come to this land and we work the land, then we won't be getting manna from heaven, and we won't have God surrounding us, and therefore we'll have to be busy fighting wars and dealing with everything needed for vegetables and fruits and agriculture. And ultimately, if we stay in the desert, all we can do a whole day is serve Hashem. This was the grave mistake they made. The grave mistake they made was that God doesn't want us to live in a bubble. He doesn't want to live us in the cloud. He wants us to work His land. He wants to be in the physical land of Israel and to work and then we're able to develop the land and still serve Hashem. That is the purpose, not to stay in our own holy space and disconnect from the world, but to be within the world and make the world a holier space, to permeate the world with holiness through our work, through our labor. And this was the grave mistake that these tribes made. And nevertheless, today we are here in Israel, and we're going to be celebrating the incredible country that we have, with the incredible people that we have, and this beautiful Shabbos, Mevarchim, Tammuz, the Shabbos which blesses the month, in which we have the 30th anniversary of the Rebbe's passing, who was one of the biggest supporters of the soldiers of Eretz Yisrael, and God willing we'll be able to celebrate many more victories, and God willing the ultimate victory very soon, the return of our hostages, security in the land of Israel, and the coming of Mashiach very soon in our days. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and we'll see you in Miami next week.